Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Madden 24 Philadelphia Eagles Rebuild. This is Poppa Grizzly Gaming. Poppa Grizzly here. Thank you all for checking us out, tuning back in for the next episode. Not sure if you all remember, but last week we did come back and beat the Washington Commanders. Wasn't the most convincing win, wasn't the prettiest, but we did get the job done. This week, of course, we have a big matchup against my favorite team, the Dallas Cowboys. Now, we are on top of our division at the moment. Beating the Cowboys will definitely keep us there. Losing to them will probably just drop right behind them. Don't see the Giants and the Redskins being much of a commander, sorry, a much competition this year. So we won't have to focus on them too bad. Going into this game, I'm worried about two people, Micah Parsons and CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb's hands in this game are absolutely ridiculous. The man drops no passes. Micah Parsons is hard to block, whether you use a tight end or back to chip. Kinda gotta just play a card and see how things go. Looks like Ezekiel Elliott is back in Dallas. Not sure if he's gonna be wearing 21 or 15 though. Should be a good game. Now, the schedule again did come out this past weekend. Not sure if you guys noticed, but the Eagles and Cowboys matchups, obviously they play twice because they're division rivals, but they have no primetime games between them, which I think is absurd, seeing as how they're the best teams in the division. Yeah, I mean, at least in our conference, in my opinion, barring the Packers and the 49ers and the Lions. But we should be good to move forward. Hopefully things work out the best in terms of TV games. I hate when we lose primetime games. It's embarrassing, especially when you know we are America's team. So we have the most haters as well. It's only natural. Now, I guess back to the topic at hand. We're on defense first. Gotta go back into pretend I'm an Eagles fan mode. Um, my main thing is to put a lot of pressure on Dak Prescott, see if that'll make him throw some bad passes, but doing things like that and allowing him to just be able to sit in the pocket comfortably is not going to work for us. We have to do something else. Sitting and watching will not go well in our favor. He'll pick us apart. I'm not quite sure what they ended up doing in terms. Oh my goodness, that was terrible. I'm not quite sure who they picked up in terms of interior line. Um, in real life, moving forward, who they'll be picking up interior line, I should say. We know they got Tyler Guyton drafted another tackle in one of the later rounds. So we'll see. That's exactly what I was talking about. CeeDee Lamb, you throw it in his vicinity, he will catch it. Giving Dak Prescott time is not going to go well for us. We have to do better. Trying to see how things would work if. See, I don't want to run dime because when they decide to run it on us, it'll be while I'm in dime and then we'll be in trouble. Unfortunately, there I was locked onto the defensive tackle, meaning I couldn't cover in the middle of the field. Zeke picks up an easy 7 yards. Now I got lucky. That should have definitely been a touchdown. Devin White had no business being back there with CeeDee Lamb. That was a clear mismatch. I'm gonna set some pressure. It's 3rd and 3. I want to stop. I want to hold him to a field goal, and we don't get the stop. We cannot lose this game. I mean, we can. I'm hoping we don't, but like it'd be nice if the Eagles lost this game in real life this upcoming season. But for the sake of our rebuild, oh my good, there's no way. So man just glitched Brandon Cooks into the end zone. Unfortunately, sucks for us. Is what it is. On to the next one. Now Jalen didn't have the best of performances last week, but none of us really did, or none of my guys on the team really did. But we did squeak out the win against the lackluster team. I'm surprised he caught that. I honestly didn't see the linebacker behind him. Dallas Goddard sometimes is our saving grace. There we go, Saquon. It seems like they decreased Saquon's speed stats, um, whether it's in this roster, but he doesn't seem to be as fast as you would expect him to be, especially not when it comes to bursting through the hole. Trying to spread him out a bit. Found the opening. Beautiful pass and catch. Let's try to move things forward, see if we can get in the end zone, find a way to even things up. See, having Jason Peters there, if that is, no, not Jason Peters. Dang, I can't think of his name now. Whoever's playing right guard for us, he sucks when it comes to pulling, especially when it's across the formation to get that block coming through the hole. I always end up having to bounce around him or just moving past him and forgetting all about trying to wait for that block. Back in 3 wide. It worked earlier. It will work again. Just outside. Damone Clark on defense, celebrating like he did something, but we know he didn't. I want to hit AJ Brown here. I know that's Trevon Diggs, but it's AJ Brown, and I decided to go the other way because I saw him open. He beats Deron Bland, touchdown. Back on defense here. This is either going to be a run to play action pass. So we're going to bring 9 into the box, try to smother him, but of course, for some reason, Cooper DeJean sits back, lets CeeDee Lamb catch it right in front of his face, and then to make matters worse, Jordan Davis will have to come out of the game with an injury. Madden will definitely do it to you sometimes. That right there was clear as day. Devin White, beautiful job filling the hole. Oh, it's not a serious injury, just muscle cramps. We'll get his big self back in there. We need that big body. I need him to continue to clog the middle, especially with the zone running scheme that Dallas likes to run. And there goes that man, CD Lamb. He won't be caught. So after we miss the extra point, I'm sure they're going to make theirs. We'll be going down 14-6. Got to try and find a way to get back into this one before we fall too far behind. Going down to a team like them who we know can score is not a good look. Back out on offense. Figure we run the ball first, try and either bring the linebackers up or get some good yardage. We didn't get the good yardage, so hopefully the linebackers will play up some. 2nd and 9. What a beautiful route. Dallas Goddard. Like I said, sometimes he really is our saving grace. He knows how to get open, and he has great hands. And that was Trayvon Diggs that he just did that to. Oh, it looked like Trayvon Diggs stopped on his own to try and come back for the ball. Thinking about what I want to do here, I kind of want to at the same time run the ball and work our way up the field slowly and eat up some more clock. But it's 4.5 minutes left. I feel like if they do end up scoring, we need the ball back. Don't want to go into the half of them going right after they score. I want to score, possibly not have a lot of clock left or get a stop. So that way, coming out of halftime, when we get the ball, we'll be able to take the lead if we don't score here and go for the 2-point conversion. I probably won't. It's very early in the game, but we'll see. That ball hung up way too long in the air. So we'll have to figure something else out. I want to hit Goddard, but I see him open. Touchdown. All right, so we did leave him plenty of clock. So hopefully we can get a stop, get the ball back, and then still take the lead before the half. And then we get the ball back coming out of the halftime break and really be able to take a lead and go out ahead and take control of this game on the road. Oh no, at home in Philly. Now, as much as I want to stop them and send pressure, the last thing I want to do is send a lot of pressure and then we get beat and they score quick. I don't understand how, well, I do. CD Lamb is just that good, but man, can we play up? See, running the ball, we got that. I'm not worried about Zeke. He won't do too much. He only had that couple good games, decent games, I would say, but he won't be doing that to us. They got it to the outside. I seen it, but by the time I recognized it, it was too late. Unfortunately, no stop. That would have been nice, especially right before the 2-minute warning. But it's all good. Now that was what I didn't want. Is for them to take the approach of chewing up clock before the half, knowing that we get the ball coming out, which is why I wanted to stop last down. Now Ferguson does it to us. I mean, talk about clock management. They did it, and there goes CeeDee Lamb again. And I'm sitting in a cover three, but for some reason the safety just keeps letting him catch it right in front of him. Dak is doing a good job of throwing it right in the middle of that zone. But man, they just ate up 2 minutes and some change of clock. Gonna leave us less than 60 seconds, most likely. And at this point, put more points up on the board. There they go. So that didn't go how we wanted to at all, unfortunately. I feel like that's maybe the 20th time I said unfortunately in this video so far. We're only 16 minutes in. This game is not going the way we wanted to at all. I say this almost every time too. I need to take Will Shipley out. I keep forgetting to take Will Shipley out. He is not fast enough to be back there, nor does he, I feel like, have the acceleration to burst through holes that we need him to in order to take some of these kicks back. Pressure right in our face. The ball's thrown right into the ground. With only 50 seconds left, we're kind of in a situation where you have no choice but to pass. Hopefully Dallas Goddard gets open, and he kind of is. I had to hit him a little bit to the outside or lead him to the outside a bit. Now let's call a timeout. Get up a little bit further. We still have one left. We'll probably try to save that one just in case we need to bring the kicking team in. I probably should have had these routes going over the middle of the field, but I knew he'd go all the way across. Perfect. We needed that. Run right back to the ball. Line back up the same way. This time I want to hit the seam. The way they lined up, it should be wide open, and it is. Touchdown. All right, so that keeps us in it. I almost want to go for two here, but let's just take the easy point. Well, I can't say easy since we missed the very first one out the gate. 21-20. Hopefully that's what the score will be going into the half, barring they bust a play wide open and score on us with the 15 seconds. Luckily, they don't. So we'll go into the half down one. We do receive the ball, so hopefully we can take it right back to him, punch him right in the mouth, and hopefully from there try to take control of the game. It didn't go the way I wanted it to or planned to initially, but we can still make it work. Ah, just not fast enough. Plus, he took a good angle. Now, I do want to run the ball more. I kind of abandoned that in the first half. I kind of felt the pressure to try and keep the game close. I'm thinking here if there's a way game plan wise, strategy wise, if there's a way for us to just keep that offense off the field, and it's like the only way for us to do that is to run the ball, we may have better success on defense. I don't know. Just theorizing here, trying to figure out the best way for me to attack this before getting into it. Because again, I don't want to take an L. I'd like for us to be comfortably in front in our division. Seeing as how we are 6-2, that'll keep us at #1 in the NFC, meaning we get that first round bye. And as you guys know, the Cowboys suck when it comes to the playoffs. So the Eagles um, struggled last year when it came to the playoffs, being injured coming off the season. So we definitely need that first round bye. All right, guys, sorry about that. I was lost in thought for a second. But getting back to this game, that was a terrible pass. I threw it way too late, especially seeing as how he had already jumped into the route. What I should have did was hit Goddard. He was open, but by the time I seen it, I had already made up my mind to hit Devontae Smith. Back in the three wide, that was what was working for us earlier. Hit the seam, and I didn't loft it high enough, and it gets swatted away. So now I should have been running the ball. This is what I didn't want to end up having. We've taken 10 seconds off the clock, and it's 3rd and 10. What I can't do here is square. Yes, no. So now this is the worst case scenario. We end up going three and out, put up no points on the board, make absolutely no progress, don't gain a single yard, take no time off the clock except 15 seconds, and give them the ball right back. So now they have all the momentum, the lead by 1 point. Uh, Now we're in a position where we just cannot let them score. If we score, they have an opportunity to, again, to bust this game open. And if that was to happen, I foresee the floodgates opening, and we won't be in a good position. Again, playing way too far off. Even though I moved them up in coverage, CeeDee Lamb, easy reception. I had 6 receptions for 128 yards. It's not looking too good for us. We do make a stop on 2nd down to avoid them getting the first down there, but 3rd and 2, short yardage situation. We need to stop here. We cannot, and of course, I played that terribly. And again, worst case scenario in full effect. They score almost right away. Now they are going to kick the field goal, so that means we're down 8. We have no choice but to go for a 2 point conversion now. And we need to score on this possession, or things could virtually get out of hand, like I said. As you guys can see, those routes are moving pretty crazy, so we know that they have all the momentum. Starting to feel a bit desperate. I literally feel myself moving away from my game plan and running the ball. I feel it, and of course, as I'm saying it, I'm still not running the football. I know how I can beat them. Unfortunately, it won't be running. But just throwing up ducks to get swatted away on 9 routes. That's also not the way to victory. So I need to buckle down here. figure out. There we go, in the window. The middle of the field is where I can expose them. It's clearly my best opportunity to not only just move the ball downfield, but to attack them at their heart. And again, that seam is working beautifully. If I hit it fast enough, the safety, and if they're in a cover three, although it's playing the middle of the field, he has no choice or opportunity to get to the ball. I just have to be smart enough with the pass. I wanted him to be able to get that. He's literally driven us down the field on his own. We get a score here. I feel much better about not being in desperation mode. Beautiful catch. Touchdown. Richie James. We know we have to go for two, so we're going to take that shot here. No! Oh, I did not need that to happen. I did not need that to happen. And of course, trying to jump in the simulation, see if that gives us a better chance of getting a stop. And it doesn't. They go right down the field and score. So now we're down nine. Beautiful catch. We needed that. DJ Chark scores again. DJ Chark has been doing a good job of burning Deron Bland. If that seems to be a favorable matchup for us, just speed wise. Again, simulation cannot stop the Dallas Cowboys. I can't stop the Cowboys. They go right back down the field and score again. So after all of that, the game is virtually in the same position we were just in. 385 yards passing now for Jalen Hurts. However, if we don't get a stop, all that yardage will be in a losing effort. Beautiful catch. No, why would you leave? Richie James needed to come back and make a block. That would have been a Dallas Goedert touchdown and put us in a prime position to have enough clock, barring we make a stop, to put us back in this game. And that ball is intercepted. That was the worst thing that could have happened. Most likely going to put things out of reach. Even if they get a field goal, we'll be down 15. As quick as we can score, it won't happen. Two touchdowns and yeah, it's a wrap. That'll do it. This game's over. I'm sure you guys are gonna turn me up in the comments. Maybe I shouldn't have let Sim take over defense. Maybe I should have did more blitzing. Either way, we are no longer leading our division after this week, taking a 12-point loss. That'll do it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for the love as always. Stay amazing.